guys, I'm back. It's been forever since I sat down and filmed something and got a chance to talk to you. So I'm super happy. It's been a long time coming. I've been waiting to film. But just to catch you up of where I've been, I've just went on a little vacation. As you can see from my previous video, by the way, just wanted to mention, I apologize for the video quality of that one. I did just use my iPhone, so yeah, it's not the best. Also, I just got a new job. It's still in the same field, and I'm super happy with it. So that's what's new with me, but I won't go into too much detail. I can talk about that in a different video. But today I'm super excited because I'm doing one of my favorite things to do here on YouTube, and that's to do a first impression demo and review. And it's on a new product that just came out in the market. I literally just found it yesterday at Sephora. I was gonna order it online, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's meant to be. So I picked it up because I needed to and I wanted to. And it's gonna be on the new Marc Jacob's ReMARCable Full Coverage Foundation Concentrate. The packaging looks like this. It's glass and it's smoked out, and it has a little unique application thing. I'm pretty sure it's plastic, but it has like a little dome thing at the end, and basically you dot it on your face. This comes in 0.75 fluid ounce. I got mine in the color 52 Honey Light. I feel like it matches me pretty well because I am darker around my arms and around my neck area. Just this part I'm a bit lighter, but I think it works pretty well. But the only thing about this foundation, I will let you know now, is that it is very, very pricey. I got it for $69 here in Canada. It's very hard to justify the amount of money you pay for a 0.75 fluid ounce foundation, but I wanted to try it out with you so you can see if it's worth the money, if you should even invest in it, or if you should just not even bother. So that's why I'm doing this demo with you. But before we go on to that, let's quickly just read what it says on the Sephora website. So on the website it says it's ultra lightweight oil-free foundation concentrate that delivers 24 hours of full coverage wear. 24 hours, that's a huge claim, so I'm going to keep going on. I'm going to read the rest of it and just kind of highlight what it says because it's a huge paragraph. So it says that the coverage is supposed to last all day long. It's supposed to be lightweight and has a flawless coverage. So it says that it also has twice as much pigment in it, so that means it'll have more of a fuller coverage. It also says it's enriched with Marc Jacob's patented golden pigments that are wrapped in lecithin, an ingredient that's biochemically similar to skin for immediate effortless blending in a smooth, soft, matte finish. It also has a dot applicator which allows you to customize your coverage, is what it says on the website. So it says it's a concentrate, but it seems like it's still supposed to be a foundation. What they mean by concentrate is that you can pretty much manipulate how much you put on your face, which is pretty much what you do with all other foundations anyway. So I don't think it's a full-on concentrate. It doesn't say you can mix it with other products, which is what a concentrate usually is. You mix it in with like a water-based primer, but for this one it's basically just saying you can use a certain amount that you want. So I'm going to say this is still just a foundation, but let's see how well it works on the face. So let's go ahead and jump right into the demo. Okay, so this is how the packaging looks. So let's go ahead and open it up. I am in the number 52 Honey Light, if I didn't mention that earlier. Okay, got the box opened, and it looks like this. Oh my god, I have some spilling out. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. That sucks. Oh no. Anyways, the packaging is glass. It's like a frosted glass, and it's a twist-off lid, and it has, hopefully the camera can pick that up, it has like a little dropper in it, or like a little dome at the end of the tip there. And I guess this is what they're talking about, to kind of dot on your face 3 to 4 times. And then on the website it says blend it out with a buffing brush. So today I'm going to test out 2 ways. On my right side I'll use a buffing brush. On my left side I'm going to use a damp beauty blender. So let's go ahead and do that. If I bend down a little bit, I'm sorry because my hair is down here. So here, alright. Put it there, 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 there. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to use my Real Techniques buffing brush and just buff that out. It feels very light on the skin so far. It's a little dark maybe? Should have gone with a lighter color, but we'll see. it is definitely full coverage. I feel like I used too much, so I'm going to try and blend this to this side too. I forgot it said go in a circular motion, so I'll buff it out. Okay, so this is one layer and it is definitely full coverage. It feels very light. I feel like I applied way too much, I'm not gonna lie. It did say 3 to 4 drops for your entire face, but I didn't listen. So that's why I feel like this one is thick on this side. But yeah, first impression, it definitely does have full coverage. It's covered up a lot on my cheek. It's very light, so I'm going to go ahead and blend out this side with the Beauty Blender. Let's see how that works with the foundation. So I can tell right now that it definitely works a lot better with a brush, it seems like, but let me try it out a bit more. I'm going to add one more here. Okay, so this is one layer on the left side with the Beauty Blender, and on this side it is with the buffing brush. I definitely feel like you get more coverage with the buffing brush, and with the Beauty Blender it still actually blends it out. It just takes a little longer, I feel like, to blend, but it gives more of a natural look. So I think I like the Beauty Blender side more, but if I'm in a rush I definitely would just use a buffing brush, because I feel like with one application and using buffing brush you get like full coverage. But if you want more of a medium coverage, I'd say start off with the Beauty Blender. Sorry, I had to quickly go check on my baby girl Nika. She needed to have a nap. But yeah, anyways, the first layer is set and it's not sticky. I definitely like how light it feels so far, but I do feel like this side is already full coverage. I don't know if I want to do a second layer on this side. So if you want to get a full coverage right away, I definitely recommend using a brush. But this side is medium coverage, so I will see if it's buildable on this side. So let's go ahead and apply a second layer using the Beauty Blender. Take this dotter thing again and just dot there as well. Okay, it's definitely buildable, and it's definitely full coverage. I feel like second layer has covered up all my freckles and all my acne spots right here. I'll add a little tiny dot right here. Oh, that was not tiny, but I'll also put some on my forehead as well. Okay, so this is now with 2 layers. It's still drying right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put the rest of my makeup on and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with the rest of my makeup on. It's now set. It's not sticky or tacky or anything like that, and it still feels very lightweight on my face. It does dry down to more of a matte finish, but I feel like it's not super matte that your face looks flat. So far I'm really liking that, but I do want to test it out and see how long it wears, because that is the main issue I have with a lot of foundations, is that they claim that they're long wearing, but they end up being just a couple hours or so and then they start to fade out, especially around my T-zone. So I'm curious to see how this foundation works. So right now it is 12:32 in the afternoon. I started a bit later today, but I do have to run to my parents and do some errands and hang out with my bro, because it is the weekend, and my hubby and 2 little girls, so I will be doing a lot of running around. Definitely get to test out this foundation. I'm super excited because so far I'm really liking it. Crossing my fingers that it works out. So yeah, anyways, enough rambling. I'll see you in just a bit. I'm back and it is now 2:49. And I'm just going to look down here to check on the foundation. I feel like my blush and highlighter and bronzer is still holding up really well. The only thing is I can tell that it's kind of going into my lines right here, my laugh lines, but that's okay because most foundations do that anyway. Around my forehead I am getting a little shiny, but I still feel like it's not too bad. It doesn't look greasy. So far so good. It still feels very lightweight, but I will come back in just a bit and give you my final thoughts on this new foundation. Alright, it is now 8:41 in the evening and I'm going to look down here to check on the foundation. I haven't touched up throughout the day, so let's go ahead and check. Okay, So I'm not gonna lie, I do look pretty shiny around here. The last time I checked in, I felt like it wasn't too shiny, but right now it's starting to look a little bit oily. Around this area, I do have highlights, so I don't think that's the foundation, but I am very surprised how well my blush and contour has stayed on. It's still pretty vibrant. It hasn't turned blotchy or anything like that, but I was expecting it to do a little bit better on controlling my oils, especially around my T-zone, because it is oil free and it claims to be 24 hours. But I do want to see how well it touches up, so I'm just going to take my MAC blotting powder and a pan. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and touch up. So this powder doesn't add any more coverage. It's pretty sheer and basically just gets rid of the oils. So I really like it, and it does pretty well touching up, I have to say. It doesn't get even cakier, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to talk about the things I liked and what I didn't like. So I'm going to start off with the fact that I really like how lightweight it feels on the face. It almost feels like you're not wearing anything, and it's just very breathable and light. And I absolutely love the coverage. It is definitely full coverage. It hides every imperfection that you have, so I really like that. I really enjoyed how easy it was to blend. I got used to using the beauty blender with it, and it's pretty easy, but it's even easier with a buffing brush. It literally blends everything in seamlessly. And I like the finish. It's matte, but it's not super matte that your face looks flat. It still has dimension. It gives more of a satin finish, I'd have to say. What I didn't quite like was the applicator. I just feel like it's not very sanitary to put it back in and then dot it back on your face, because you never know. Sometimes you could still have bacteria on your face, and it just spreads in the foundation. So I think how I'm going to use it, I'm just going to open it up and dot some on my hand, and then just take my brush or beauty blender and just buff it into the face. But yeah, I didn't really like the applicator. Also, when I first opened the product, it was like spilling out already, and I honestly love how the packaging looks, but I feel like you have to be very fragile with it because it can break easily. Yeah, I guess I'm not really too fond of the packaging. And lastly, one thing I didn't like was the lasting power, just because it claims that it's supposed to be 24 hours. Unfortunately, around the 4 to 5 hour mark, I felt like I was starting to look a bit more oily. And yeah, I just don't think that this will last for 24 hours. So I guess the last question is, with most of my first impressions, demos, and reviews, is this Marc Jacob's ReMARCable Full Coverage Foundation / Concentrate? Is it a no or a go? I'd have to say, for me at least, it would still be a go, just because I really am obsessed with how well it covers. It has full coverage. I do recommend only using just one pump, or like dotting 4 throughout your whole face. I wouldn't use any more, because I feel like if you do, it can tend to get cakey if you do that, so just be careful with that. But I also really like how lightweight it feels for being a full coverage, and the fact that it is matte, but it's not flat like I mentioned earlier. So I do really like it. I'd have to say the only things that I didn't like was, again, the lasting power, but that's usually the case with most of my foundations. I don't mind touching up, and it's usually just around my T-zone. So yeah, I really like it. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention that I didn't like, which I think a lot of people are going to like, is the price of the foundation. That's where it kind of gets hard to justify if you want to get this foundation. I'd say if you have regular to combination skin, and you want something that's full coverage and you don't mind touching up from time to time just around your T-zone, then I'd say it's still worth the splurge. If you're dry skin, I feel like this doesn't catch on to your dry patches, so I'd say give it a try, get a sample, and I think you might like it as well. For oily people out there, I'd think about it. I'd definitely go to Sephora and get a sample first and see how long it lasts on you. If it lasts for only a couple hours, I don't think that you should spend that much money, because I still feel like my other foundation, Estee Lauder Double Wear, lasts a lot longer than this. The only difference is this is a bit lighter. It feels a lot lighter on the skin, but that one lasts longer for oily skin. Yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you like it, and if you do, don't forget to press the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. I'm happy to be back and filming. My birthday is next week, so I will be doing like probably a get ready with me or a makeup tutorial or something like that. And I do want to do a July beauty favorites, because I did miss last month, I believe, and I have been trying different products this month that I want to share with you because I've really enjoyed them, and I think you might too. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks again for watching, and again, hello to my new subbies. Thank you so much. And of course to my previous subbies. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you again soon. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.